There's an old joke that deep down every actor would rather be a director. While they like being in front of the camera, they would much rather, almost all of them, be behind the camera telling everybody else what they should do. And really, we're all that way. We all have a part of us that wishes we were in control, that wishes we were driving things. But we learn very much and very early as we read the Bible that God's not really looking for somebody to do the directing for him. And one of the people who teaches this is a very unlikely person. He's a Roman soldier called a centurion. We don't know his name. We know that he's not even Jewish. He really doesn't have any rights to go up to Jesus. But a centurion would be upper mid-level management, or if you're from a military background, he's probably an E7. He's had a very successful military career. But he has lots of people under him, and he still reports to a lot of people too. And so this centurion comes up to Jesus in a rush. He's like, Jesus, my servant, I value this guy so much, and he is sick. Could you heal him? And Jesus, surprising to a lot of people, I'm sure, for this non-Jewish soldier, says, sure, I can. Lead the way. And then the centurion does something amazing. The centurion looks at Jesus and says, what? No, you don't need to come to my house. Because I know how these things work. Said, I'm a man with authority. When I want something done, if it's not super duper top of the list, I don't ever do it myself. I delegate it to somebody under me. And Jesus, I know you're a superpower, that you're a very powerful man in the supernatural realm. So all you really need to do, Jesus, is tell one of your subordinates, one of the subordinates in the spirit world, to do the healing, and it'll happen. So you don't need to come to my house for this. And Jesus turns in Matthew 8:13 and says, he's kind of shocked. He says, go, let it be done just as you believed it would. And his servant was healed at that moment. I call that one the remote control miracle. Jesus healed somebody that he never ever saw. Pretty cool. But it teaches us a lesson. See, what we want to do is when we're needing God to step into our lives, we want to take God by the hand and take him to the place and show him what we need and how we need it done and what he should be doing for us, instead of letting God do it his way. In other words, instead of just being an actor in God's play, we want to direct. And that's never the best way to work it out. See, we want to get our hands in God's business. God's writing, producing, directing the play. He allows us to be actors, but we sometimes want to step behind the cameras, as it were, and direct the play. But if I want God to do the remote control miracles, to do the big ones, the amazing things in my life, I need to get out of the director's chair and let Jesus run the plays his way. Make the movie his way. And today, if you're feeling like you want to take control of something, that's Jesus' job. Can I tell you, just get back to being an actor and let Jesus do the directing. And that's today's Jumpstart.